Today, July 26, Isaiah 46 through 49 and 1 Peter chapter 5. Lots of good stuff in 1 Peter, but we're going back to Isaiah because there's a couple key verses here we want to just touch on and think through and ponder. This is a chapter where Isaiah is writing about what's going on in Babylon and the idol worship there. And the contrast between living God and man-made idols. It says in verse 5, "To whom will you liken me and make me equal, and compare with me, that we may be alike?" Like, who are you comparing me to? "Those who lavish gold from the purse and weigh out silver on the scales, hire a goldsmith, and he makes a god. Then they fall down and worship. They lift it to their shoulders, they carry it, they set it in its place, and it stands there. It cannot move. If one cries, it does not answer or save him from his trouble." If you're not worshiping the one true God, Jehovah, you're worshiping a false god. He can't answer, he can't save. And whether that's one of the major religious groups, whether that's just our own pride, you're free to do it, of course. And that's kind of what Isaiah is going after here. But he says this, verse 8, "Remember this and stand firm. Recall it to mind, you transgressors. Remember the former things of old. For I am God, there is no other. I am God, there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times, things not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will accomplish all my purpose." God says, I'm God, there's no other. I'm God, there's none like me. Right? It's not a competition. There's no one else. There's just God. He declares his purposes will stand. His ways will be accomplished. And so as we, move through the Old Testament into the New Testament, and Jesus comes, and maybe it doesn't look like how the Jews thought at that time, but we know that he's coming again. He brings to us relationship with the Father. And then we can start to understand that this Jesus is God, and so the same yesterday, today, and forever. What Isaiah says is true about God is true about Jesus. He's God, there's no other, there's none like me. He will accomplish all my purposes. That means we can trust him. That means we can put our faith, we can lean all our might and our weight upon God. Because he's trustworthy. Because he's sovereign. And to be able to do that, it's not a crutch. And if you feel that way, think about what else you would put your weight upon. Think about what else you would put your trust in, your hope in. It's a man-made thing. Ideal, picture, symbol, whatever it may be, it has no power to change, no power to transform, no power to move or to answer. And so you're really just idolizing yourself. Put your hope in God. There's no one else like him. There's no one else. There's just him. Worship him today. Till next time, keep growing little by little.